our sound museum rooftop. Look.
Oh, dude, I got a couple of those up there
really
too.
broke renegades. Oh, this is a great. That's what he who shall not be named Tyrone Henry Jones is
Henry?
great for.
There's no way Henry is his middle name.
Well, why is his email tyronehenry@gmail.com, and why is his password comedyforever4?
Are we calling him?
Oh my god!
Today?
You're welcome. Check the receipts. And why am I not checking his emails?
Yeah, no kidding.
That's the real question. Why am I do know his passwords to everything.
Because then they will expect you to actually like reply to his emails.
And that'd be mean. Right?
No,
that'd be a whole lot of work.
Yeah,
it's like,
that'd be a lot
you
of
know
work.
how it's funny because it's like, actually, I think that Tyrone probably would never be able to tell if I was checking his emails, but I would be able to tell if he was checking my emails because I get all the like free movie pass emails, but like I don't open any of them, and Tyrone would not miss a beat. If he was checking my email, it would be like because something happened and he had to get those. Wait, Ty Henry 82. I think that's his email actually. I'm not sure. It's Ty Henry, though.
Henry. I never saw him before.
It's
Henry.
a very mysterious.
I know.
If the detective, I wonder at some point the detective probably will ask him about because the Henry is like the dating app kind of in its vagosity. There's a story about. I mean, I don't know how we get this audio, and I'm amazed that this detective keeps calling Tyrone. But there's some kind of story that I've heard from Tyrone, person to person, firsthand, about him thinking that his last name was Henry for like half his life, and then it's one of those. When he was like, I only shit once every 30 days. And to this day, we can't find out whether that's a true scenario or...
I couldn't believe it. Like, he said that. He stands by it till this day, and I cannot believe it still. Like, I'm like, 30 days?
The only thing that ties it together and makes it a possibility, which is why it's like so frustrating, is that night at PA's. Because I remember, I was like, Tyrone, get up and dance. And like, Tyrone loves to dance. He loves to take group photos. That's what, he was good for at one time. But, and he loves to dance. And like, when Tyrone, and he was like, no. Like, he was just like, no, I can't. Like, it was like something was seriously wrong with him. I was like, is Tyrone having an existential crisis? Like, is Tyrone's questioning his love of dance right now? It's like not for anything. Even if Tyrone was crying, Donalingus out, wasted, the White Claw lady, he fell in love with her. She brought, I don't know, in his worst moment of being, he'd still want to dance on that dance floor. He wouldn't, if you cast a fish line out to him and started reeling it in, he'd come in sobbing, even on his worst day.
He dances when there's no music to be played.
So I knew there was something wrong, and then he was like, I can't. And then he disappeared for, 5 to 20 minutes, and then he reemerged dancing like it would bring the rain, dancing like the sun would come up under him and he would be arisen on the sun, dancing his way into the atmosphere, dancing like a free man. And that's what made me think, maybe the 30-day bowel movement cycle, because as you know, he destroyed the bathroom at PA's Lounge. He was banned.
Jerry was pissed, dude. Like, yeah, dude. Like, Tyrone made a mess in that bathroom, dude. Like, it would not flush, dude. And then he blamed it on me, that bastard. But
it was 30 days.
30 days. Like, 30 days of nonstop.
Like, it was like they had to call in and out switch PAs. They might have a bartender there at 8 a.m. and I know they do because I left equipment there and went there at 8 a.m. and I'm like, why are you open now? There's nobody here. There's nobody here at 7 p.m. and there's nobody here at 8 a.m. But they're not a friendly crowd, Dad, as I call him, Jerry over there, trying to fucking rebrand as Union fucking Tavern.
Yeah,
Fuck
I will
you,
forever
Portuguese
call it
Americans.
You know what, dude? Tyrone, oh man, dude, like, it's not just 30-day buildup, dude, but it's also 30-day buildup of like the worst type of junk
It's like
food
Taco
you could,
Bell
yeah,
and,
like
like,
the worst type of
McDonald's.
junk food you could like think of at the time too, like like 7-Eleven pizza and
Oh,
God
yeah.
knows what else,
A staple.
yeah,
Sun
yeah.
chips.
Sun
He
chips,
does
yeah.
love sun chips,
Uh-huh.
but
Tin buffet.
what is Tyrone? A lot of like fried chicken. What is I mean, sometimes Tyrone's like secretive about it. I'm like, I don't know. I could go off. I'll never come back if I start thinking about the dietary habits of Tyrone Jones or his bowel movements.
So how you been, Jarva? Welcome to Antisocial Conditioning, by the way. Sitting in today, we got Austin Rutledge, Lauren Pizza,
Hey.
and the one and only Jarva Town, or Jarva Land, or Jessica Jarva,
Jarvaland or Jarvy time.
Jarvy Time.
You know what? Now everyone's calling me Jarvy. And
Jarvis,
it's so funny to me
like
because
Jables.
you know who nicknamed me, who gave me the name Jarvy?
Who's that?
Me.
You can't give yourself nicknames, dude.
I
That's
was
against
just
the
like-
rules.
It doesn't
Feeling
work that
sorry
way.
for
Yeah,
myself
that's
or
like-
something. I was like, I'm gonna start calling myself Jarvy, and it's gonna be
Ugh.
so cute.
I'm gonna call you
Funny.
Jarvis.
Jarvis, yeah.
And now
Butler.
everyone's calling me Jarvy. You know, it just caught right on like wildfire.
Oh
I've
man,
got a story about that. If
I've-
you want to hear a really boring story and you don't have time to go to Trader Joe's and listen to what the wine guy wants to tell you, I could tell you a story.
I want to know about the filming you guys did.
Wait, do you want to know about Smoking Loon wine?
Actually, yes. Tell me about smoking
so
loon
there's
wine.
the Smoking Loon is this wine, and there's one bottle of Smoking Loon wine that
I like that
just
you
came in here.
What just
Uh,
happened?
Alvin Long.
Oh.
Alvin Long. Yeah,
Where
he left.
what do you do?
I don't
He
know.
went to the fridge. I think he grabbed himself a seltzer.
Look at that.
Sponsored
Alvin
by-
Long
Corona today.
drinking. Not a big drinker, but he's gonna try that seltzer. Oh wait, there's a fridge in here. I just
We got a
choked on
fridge.
dust.
We got a
Courtesy
fridge.
of Dave Tree.
Dave Tree.
Oh, look at that.
Look at
The
that.
Ghost in the Night. The Roots. I want to have Johnny Barash on the next episode of Antisocial Conditioning.
Wait, before we move on
And
to
I did-
Johnny, dude, can you tell
Do
me
you
the
want to hear
story?
my wine story?
Yeah, the wine
Okay.
story.
So there's one bottle of there's this brand.
That's a great picture of you, by the way.
Smoking Loon Wine, and there's one version of it that is like very smoky. It tastes like liquid smoke. It tastes like bacon. I don't eat bacon, but I love this wine. Like my parents we had it at Christmas, and I'm like, I love this. I don't know why I love it, but I just love it. It's like tastes like barbecue wine, not barbecue, but it's very good. It's weird.
Barbecue wine.
But I saw Smoking Loon wine somewhere. I like that one. Are these on the screen or anything?
No, that's just in the background here.
Hobgoblin.
Dude, you
I
gotta
saw
put a
Hobgoblin.
camera on that.
Are we
or
live?
you should put that in
We
the
are
background.
Oh,
The age-old question of
This
are
is
we
meta,
live?
just like this season of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Very meta.
So
very
real
meta.
fast, Austin Rutledge
So,
here, filmmaker,
no,
Lauren.
Wait, I'm in the middle of a wine story.
I know.
and
We
already
it's gonna
introduced
be- It's a
ourselves.
half an hour. It's a 45-minute long story, and I will not be interrupted by supposed guests that maybe drove 2 hours to come here, maybe waited for 4, maybe wait for 5, because this wine story, it's gonna go slow. It's gonna ebb. It's gonna flow. We're gonna have a lot of dead air in between. We might have to take a break, a 15-minute break.
I want to hear about the loon.
Come back, tannin by tannin. I'm going to describe this to you because that's what I feel like when the wine people are anyone at any, you have a person at TJ Maxx, Micro Center, even though they're kind of the best, kind of the
Wait.
worst of people that try to help you. When the wine guy is talking to me, I'm like, oh, fucking don't tell me about the fucking wine.
It's
like,
gonna get me
because I
drunk.
made the mistake because he's like looking at me, looking around, and I'm looking to see if they have Smoking Loon because I keep buying these Smoking Loons that don't taste like liquid smoke, and I hate them, and like I can't, like I don't even like them. I just like this one wine that they make.
Is it the barbecue one?
They're Smoking Loon. I thought all their wines would have this smokiness, and they don't. There's just one, and I don't fucking know which. I read all the labels on all of them. None of them is like, this is the one that makes sense with our name, and this is why we're called this, and it's our only good wine, by the way, because I bought Pinot Noir. I'm like, well, I like that anyway, so even if it's not the smoky one, I'll be fine with it. I hated it. So I'm looking around Trader Joe's. I'm like, maybe they have it here. I wonder. And this fucking furry eyebrowed, because that's all you see of anyone now is like their eyebrows.
Oh, that's true.
And their
that's
eyes
true.
and their like monster. It's like, what are you doing with that mouth under there, that mask and that fucking nose, whatever the fuck you got in there? You know, it's like, why do I have to? I don't want to be. This is close quarters with you. It's like, let me concentrate on a fucking blemish on your face instead of like having to like look at every hair on your eyebrow. So this fucking caterpillar, Aryan, Irish fucking wine guy is like stalking me.
Was he young?
Was he cute?
No. He was, I don't know. He was like, I don't know. He could be like a thinner, taller, like extra that didn't get into Sideways version of Paul Giamatti.
Okay.
So he looks like Paul Giamatti pushed
Paul
up
Giamatti.
and like shoved up, you know, and it's like he's clearly into his wine. And not like, it's like he was actually he wasn't that bad, but it's like the second I'm like, I just will never ask. It's like, can I help you? It's like, no, because it's like, then I'm going to have to talk to you for 15 minutes. It's like, that's why I love Corona, because it's like, I never want to talk about to anybody for 10 minutes. I'm like,
I'm with you there.
Like, why? No, get me out of here. Somebody drag me with a cane out of this situation. So I'm like, but I just fucking opened up to him. I don't know, it's Corona or whatever, because I'm like, do you have the smoking loon? He's like, no, we don't. He knows nothing about it, really, but I'm like, okay, maybe you know. I'm going to, instead of Google, I'm going to throw this at you. Smoking loon has this one wine. It tastes like liquid smoke. It's very unique.
He found it.
It's like,
And he found
makes
it.
sense. It's red wine. I didn't even say it's red wine. I said, you know, it's smoke. But I've been buying these other wines, but he knew nothing about it. He doesn't know about the smoking. He's brought up. Then he started talking about Pinot Noir, and I'm like, I'm trying to just like leave and go to the cheese aisle, go anywhere else, and just like get out of this because I know it's leading. He's gonna recommend me another wine. I'm like, I will not buy any wine if it's like more than $2. Or this one wine that I want. I already regret the $10 I spent on the smoking loon wine that wasn't the right one, that I hated. You know, I want to return that somehow, but I can't. Like, I'm not going to buy a $14 bottle of wine. I'm just not going to. It's not going to happen today. It's not going to happen tomorrow. So what am I going to have to listen to you tell me about and pretend like I care? But he got me because he started bringing up the Pinot Noir. And I'm like, well, you know what?
Cheap.
See, I was at that.
Cheap.
I was at that other. What do you mean cheap?
It's under $2.
Isn't that the jug one?
No, Pinot
Oh,
Noir.
no, Pinot-
Noir
no.
is a fine wine. Oh my god.
Herb.
Italian, it's
Oh.
Italian.
Jesus.
I know nothing of wine. Whatever.
Oh,
I like
good.
the one that's like the big jug with
Okay,
the little ring.
That's Carlo Rossi. It sounds nothing like
Yeah.
Pinot Noir. Not
French.
Pinot
they-
Noir
and
is not a
definitely
manufacturer.
don't have a Pinot Noir version of Carlo Rossi either.
No.
It's still both French.
No, I'm pretty
No,
sure
they're
that's
not.
like
One-
Portuguese
no.
or something.
No,
Jesus,
one's
I'm
Italian
fucking-
and
I'm
one's
stupid.
French. So, oh my god.
Pinot
Yeah,
Noir.
you have.
So I'm like, so he's talking about the Pinot Noir. Oh, okay, this is what he tells me. So he's like, well, you know, in some parts of Australia where all these wildfires were and all this shit, like the wildfires in the area infuse the grapes and make them taste like smoke. Because I brought the and he's like, especially like a Pinot Noir with like a thin tannin, and I'm like, he sucked me in with that. He was good. He was a good wine guy because I talked to him for more than 13 seconds. But like, I'm like, I bought the Pinot Noir because I was standing there looking at the smoking loons, reading the backs of them, and none of them are like, this is the one that tastes like smoke, which is what you would identify with our name. It says nothing like, and they don't have to say it like that. They could be like, the smoky birds that fly across the canyons came in, because that's what all their fucking, the backs of their bottles are like. Oh, once there was a little fish that tried to become a bird, but it couldn't become a bird, and then it landed on a grape, and that's how this wine was created. It's like, fuck you. Thanks a lot. Like, what the fuck? Which one of these wines is the fucking
Wait.
smoky wine?
Wait, so there would have to be
I
a
want to know if
fire?
anyone else has had this problem.
So there would have to be
Well,
a fire
it's like
near
that
the
makes no
grate?
sense. It's only confounded the problem because it's like I bought the Pinot Noir and it didn't taste like smoke at all. So that's not why Smoking Loon
Well,
is
I
calling
think if
themselves
it's
that. Not
dependent-
because of the wildfires. They have nothing to do with
No,
it.
Jarva. It could have been the wrong year.
That's what he was fucking saying. He's
Yeah.
like, you gotta go for you gotta find this wildfire at this year. It's like these years, like
Wow, that's
2016,
too
2017 in
complicated,
the
dude.
Australian area. I'm like, fucking tell me what it is, where it, like, no, I'm not gonna fucking do that. And I don't even think that's true. I think that they pump whatever that Smoking Loon wine is that's smoky. I don't think it was a fucking certain grape in a certain area at a certain time of year. I think they fucking pump that liquid smoke in there like Coca-Cola syrup. And that's what I want. And I want it the same every time. And I can't get it. I'm an unpaid customer. Hashtag unpaid customer. Nobody's said it before. That's my thing. That's what I'm saying. Doesn't make sense. I don't care.
So there's 3 ways you can have that smoky taste.
Customer is always right.
That is like the most heartbreaking thing. There's a wine out there that you absolutely love, dude, and now
No way to
you're
get it.
never gonna find it again. And
and it's like I know I could do a quick Google search and figure this out, but I'm living in the real world.
That's right.
As a renegade, just for fun.
you're out of the matrix.
So also the smoky flavor can come from the barrels it's aged in. Pro tip.
Yeah,
But I mean, at the risk of turning into the wine guy in the room, I will.
they do. Does your hat say
I'm
Kino?
sorry.
like
It sure
Kino
does.
President?
I'm
That's
so
a new-
glad you
Dude,
noticed.
I love Kino. Can we get Kino down here? How much would it cost, and how much would we have to gamble to support a Kino system
Kino
in this?
is sponsoring
studio.
us.
Yeah,
and
we
I
are
got
sponsored
a
by
hat.
Kino.
I got a
That's
hat
my
just
dream.
for you that says Kino on it.
I forced my whole family to play Keno in New Hampshire because I play
How do you play
competitive Keno. Like if we all went, I would play competitive
do it.
Keno with you.
Kino? Like bingo?
I've never
should
played
do it.
Keno.
We all pick the same game, same amount of numbers, same amount of money, and we pick our numbers, and then we all do it at once on the same game. And if you win, then you go forward. I forced my family to do it with me,
Wait, what do you need to win?
and first my dad and my brother are like, no. We refuse to gamble. We're at an empty fucking Chinese restaurant in New Hampshire. Nobody's there. We're the only people there. The food's not good. And there's a Keno machine that you can go up to. It's like, this is the only fun that we could have. My brother also refused to answer the question, which person in your extended family would you sleep with if you had to sleep with one?
That
Which
is a very
my
strange
father and my
question.
mother both readily answered. And my fucking brother is like, how can you say this, Jarva? He doesn't call me Jarva. But he was like, no, I refuse. I'm like,
I'm like more surprised that your parents answered.
I'll fuck you.
Yeah, your
That's
parents.
what I should have
answered.
done. I should have aggressively started.
Yeah,
hitting
that's
on
what
him.
I would have said.
Yeah,
But you
I'll
can't-
fuck you right now.
You.
I'm gonna try that on my brother.
Yeah, you can't.
That'd be hilarious.
That reminds me of a film I saw. My family does things differently. I wanted to tell you guys.
Oh
about it.
man, I think
I
this
already
came
told
up. This
Lauren
came up
about
in the
it.
kiddie pool.
You want to hear about that?
Yeah,
It's just getting into the movies topic. Why don't we segue into the movies topic with this film? The film that I most recently watched in its entirety is a film called My Family Does Things Differently.
Oh boy.
I believe it's available. I'll tell you where it's available after I tell you what happens, because I said I was looking at just the thumbnail of this film and I said, how differently does this family do it? Like what? This family does things differently.
You were hooked instantly with the title there.
So I clicked on it, and it's these two girls outside of their high school, presumably, I guess. And, one girl is like, oh, this social studies project is just like, it's too much for me. And the other girl, that's a blonde girl, and the other girl's brunette girl. And she's like, oh, I know. It's like, we don't have the time in the day to do it. And then the other girl's like, well, yeah, we should get together outside of, fuck.
Jarva, that is a great photo. Don't worry about it.
Lauren. Thank you.
I wish I could. I wish I
should
could.
stay quiet, but
I
Jesus.
wish I could get an angle like that. I don't know how to
Jesus,
take butt
that's
selfies.
fucking.
No, that's a
You
great
know, that's
picture.
what I
You have
deserve
nothing.
for-
You have
Holy
nothing.
God, can we talk about that for a little bit?
You have nothing to be shy about. You should be proud. That's all I gotta say.
Where can I find those photos, man?
OnlyFans.com for
OnlyFans,
a low
OnlyFans.
price of $20
I'll
a
stop
week.
teasing you. What were you
Sorry.
saying? What were you saying about
No,
this movie?
you should if you're gonna be a report on the situation. What, you want me to report on that situation?
No,
if you want to
dude.
bring it up.
No,
Wait,
dude.
I mean, it
the-
was
my
already,
nude-
it's
nude
done been
photos
brought up.
of me are going off on my screensaver in the back, which I thought for a long time that screensaver like filtered out nude photos, because I was like, it'd be on like everywhere, and I'd be at my parents' house or whatever, and I'd be like, I would never see a nude photo of myself, and then I realized that it doesn't. filter
No,
out
it's not
anything.
Facebook.
It's
There's
just
no
like,
algorithm.
It's some kind of algorithm. Anyway,
It's
so,
the most viewed photos on your hard drive.
You know, I'm a millennial. What can you say? So, I. So this girl, so the other girl's like, yeah, I just like, we don't have, Mrs. Hardy hasn't given us enough time we should meet up like outside school. And the brunette girl's like, yeah, well, okay, like I'll come over your house tomorrow. And then the blonde girl is like, well, it's just, and the brunette girl's like, what's wrong? The blonde girl's like, well,
Wait, is this in the movie?
well, yeah, this is the movie that I saw.
Okay.
No, this was me and Jarva's conversation last Thursday.
And the blonde girl's like, yeah, well, it's just, I don't know, my family just does things differently. And then the brunette girl's like, what do you mean? Like they're serial killers or something? And the blonde girl's like, no, we're not serial killers. And the brunette girl's like, oh, well, that's okay. Like, I'm really open and I'm accepting of people. I'm sure it'll be fine. And the blonde girl's like, okay, come over. Then come over tomorrow, 3 p.m., 3:30. And so now cut to the blonde girl's getting home and her brother's like crazily like playing some video game, I'm assuming this is her brother. And, she walks in the door and he's like, where have you been? And she's like, I was talking to Sandra or whatever about her and he's like, get over here, and he immediately like just starts groping her boobs, she's wearing like a fucking denim mini skirt. He's like taking out. He's like,
With that dialogue, you couldn't tell.
I missed you so much. Where you get over here? And she's like, what game are you playing? And I don't know I don't remember what the game was. And
I'm
like,
really curious what the game
and
was.
she's like, I want to play. And he's like, get over here. And he pulls her onto the couch. And then, he takes her skirt's totally off at this point. And then he puts like, she sits on his face. And then she's got the remote controller. She's playing the video game and like, I'm like, whoa, this is different. And then, okay.
Rod wants to know what kind of wine was this porn family drinking.
Oh, that is a great question.
No drinking.
No, that'd be underage.
They seemed really invested in the project or whatever. But like, so, okay, so I'm getting an idea of how they do things differently. Okay, next scene.
I'm getting an idea.
Next scene, the two girls are on the bed facing a screen watching something. I'm assuming this is like the history thing. They're both watching it like avid, rapt attention they're paying to this screen, and then the brother sneaks up behind and he's like, shh, and he starts like, massaging the butt of the sister, and I think he it's not Dunalingus, but it's something like that. And like, and then all of a sudden the brunette girl, she's just like right in there, like, what can I hold? Where can I, is there oil? She's just like all in the mix, getting all into like, nothing, remarkably segued, just smooth into this. And I
guess she's really accepting, like she said earlier in the movie. Then
yeah, she's very open-minded.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
But you know what? It's like, I'm like, where are the parents?
Yeah, good question. Well, I mean,
where are the parents?
In a way, I'm glad they're not involved.
I mean,
I feel like
you
that
say my family. It's like you and your brother live in like a McMansion by yourselves, and you're in high school.
Wait, so
and you just fuck each other. Where are your parents?
Yeah, that's true.
Where are your parents?
I think
they're paying for this home and they're not living there.
They're latchkey kids.
I'm not saying they have to fuck you, but I would my family. How do I know this is your real brother?
And
It sounds like you're
This is
disappointed.
like the boxcar children.
It sounds like you're disappointed that the parents weren't in it.
Well, I mean, what I'm saying is, you think it's a family movie. You expect to see a family.
Yeah.
You expect to see little Orphan Dangle Annie. You don't. I signed up for a family. I didn't know. I was open-minded to what went on in this film. All I knew, it got me on the title. My family does things differently. I thought, hey, you know what? That resonates. I think my family does things a little bit differently. I don't think that we're exactly like. I want to see. I think I could empathize with this story. Okay. Not only can I not empathize, it's like where's the fucking family?
yeah, that's just sort of
Not a
a
family.
weird brother-sister
Yeah.
incestuous situation. What you really want to see is the grandparents getting involved.
Call it where are my parents? That's a better name. Where are my parents?
Holy shit.
Um,
So 10 out of 10 movie then. No, actually you're disappointed. So 5 out of 10?
There were parts of it that really, I gotta tell you, it stirred me in a way.
really?
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it.
So
but
how
I was
did-
like
did-
this? I feel something.
Did they ever?
Excellent.
really? Did they ever?
I could watch this again.
did they
if I needed
pass? Did they pass the history test though?
You don't even. That's the other thing. No conclusion. No conclusion. The whole film ends with the brunette girl just looking at the camera and winking and licking her fingers. It is a very strange ending.
I feel like
Interesting.
that's a
The way
big
it
plot
began.
hole that should have been.
It's secretly this brunette girl that's so accepting is a little
so much for
incestuous.
history
I'm not
class.
gonna say slut. I'm not gonna
No,
say
do not-
free
well-
wheeling high school incestuation. Everyone seemed happy with it, so but where were the parents?
Where were the parents? They're all underage. They're drinking or they're not drinking?
They obviously didn't own that house.
Were they drinking?
No drinking. No
Okay,
drinking.
there was
These
no
were
underage
high school
drinking.
kids. These kids were under 18, allegedly. They looked older than 18, but according to, I don't know.
That's right. Oh, shit.
I don't know. I forget.
If they were drinking, what would they be drinking?
Yeah, that's a major audience question right now.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go with White Claw.
Like,
As opposed to Corona Hard Seltzer sponsoring this week's episode of Antisocial Conditioning.
or
I've
sponsoring
got
them.
a bad. I don't know if I should be here or be talking out loud, but my first thought was pussy drippings, which is almost a phrase that I coined. I feel like for Tyrone Jones.
Yeah, it's Tyrone Jones. I was gonna
We'll
say.
put a pussy
I
dripping
promise you did not invent those
compilation.
words.
Well, you know what? Hey,
What did I call the
I
dab
thought I
strand
had
hanging
it
off the
too.
bowl last night that Chris was cleaning? Oh, like the ropey strands.
Yeah.
He was like, ew.
So what about? Alright, so you guys filmed.
Yes, we actually made a movie and it was not a porn. Sorry to disappoint.
But was it about family?
I have no idea what this movie was
Hell
about.
no, I don't think so.
I actually still to this day, after being in this movie, have no idea what the plot of this
That's
movie
right.
is. So let's turn to Austin.
Well, I can say it, relatively fast. For like 4 hours, we assembled a little movie, and it was a lot of fun. And we want to give a shout out to one of the key cast members who's not here. I did invite him, but he was nice enough to play the corpse.
Oh yes.
Yeah, you always need that.
Very alarming corpse.
And that
We
was
could
that was a
call him.
that was a payback role.
we should call him.
Yeah, we
Call
could.
him.
But Jarva, remember
You
that was
should
a
give
yeah.
Herb his number. Call him through the thing.
Yeah, we'll give him
I
a call.
texted it. I just texted Jonathan.
Oh, the
to,
number.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
What
While
is
you were talking.
I forgot that this is a call-in show, even though I'm
Yeah.
not sure it's even a show.
It's
Bring
a
the
show
calls,
about a show.
Bring the
When
calls.
you
We're not
see a
afraid.
show,
We're not
if it's
afraid.
live.
About a show.
But
It's
Show
kinda-
about a show.
It's like an abortion of a show.
I want,
It's an
I want it to be
aborted-
my show about a show.
what happens
Yeah.
to a fetus?
Yeah. So what happens to a fetus if a baby was a show?
Like we
You
would
know,
be having the
there's-
The
exact
living
same
abortion.
Saturday if we didn't have mics in front of us. Is how I like to think of it. Like
You would be what?
we'd be having the exact same Saturday, even if there weren't mics in front of us. We just happen to have mics in front of us. So now it's a show.
Clip it for the new, and then make an intro. I make a theme song, and braid your hair, and get cornrows. Go back to Puerto Rico and then write me a letter.
Dude, speaking of that, one of my cousins calls me up
Oh,
last night.
he did. He called.
And all he wanted to, like, he told me like a million times that I needed to get my hair braided and I needed to get my face lined up.
See? Yes, you need to get your face lined up.
What does
I've
that
been saying
even
that for
mean?
years.
Shave or something?
I don't know what it
Yeah,
means,
yeah.
but I can. When I look at her, I know it's true.
Like, is his face?
And I've been saying it for years.
Your face is vaguely
It's
misaligned.
unlined.
You gotta
It's
work
not
on that.
Lined up. It's lined out.
What?
It's out of line. It's out
Oh,
of
does
line.
he want you to get one of those beards that's like
not
not really a
good.
beard? It's like a
I
line
get
down
the
your
shit
jawline.
lined
I hate
up.
those. I hate the skinny little
like
mustache
at
on
like
above
the
your like
fucking
lip.
No, don't do
queue
that.
outside Trader Joe's.
Yeah, but he was really.
Yeah, I think you
like,
need to put tiny masks all around your your out of the way your
It's
runaway curls. Mask those.
mask him.
Yeah, bind them like a little. You can make a mask into a ponytail holder, a
Oh, yeah, I
bikini.
could. Oh. Yeah, but he was really adamant about it. Dude. He told me several times that he's.
He
gonna
was
come down.
adamant about everything he
Yeah.
said.
I know.
Like,
But
very adamant.
He was like, he just called you up in the middle. You guys were out somewhere, and he just called you. He's like, dude, you need to fucking braid your hair right now.
Yeah.
You gotta get
No.
your shit
Yeah.
lined up.
No. First, he's like, "Yo,
Is
put
he in
on
Puerto
that. Put
Rico?
on." No. He's in St. Paul, but he's like, "Yo, put on the video. Like, put on a video call." And I'm like, "Okay, why?" And I put it on.
Is
and
San Paul a country?
no,
Minnesota.
Minnesota. Yeah.
Oh,
St. Paul.
Who's
St. Paul.
San Paul.
What
Yeah,
call
it's
it-
like a
that's
fucking
Saint-
Mexican.
We call it
Saint.
Yeah, we call it St. Paul in this American
The
country,
Twin
mister.
Cities.
San Paul.
It's not Sao Paulo.
Are you gonna call me out?
I've never
are you gonna
fucking
call me
heard
out
of San
every time?
Paul or St.
Are you
Paul.
gonna call me
I
out
did. I've
every
never. I
time
thought it was
I
a country.
mispronounce something?
I thought it was a country.
That's Sao Paulo.
I hate you.
Is that a country?
No,
I
it's a
have-
city
I
in
have
Brazil.
I have
Okay.
something
Yeah, I
that's
thought it was in
interesting.
Brazil.
I've had
Okay.
this strange occurrence. Like every time I go to Springfield,
Diarrhea?
people down there know me. When I go to Springfield, Mass, and that's
Because
not my.
because you're constantly shitting your pants when you go.
No, I don't shit my pants when I go there. Thank God. We took care of that problem.
Okay. So
But
you're wearing a
essentially,
diaper now?
what I'm trying to say is I'm very.
You're saying we
female
took care of that
host is
problem, so that means
Yeah.
that there was a
Lauren
problem.
Pizza.
No.
And it was diarrhea
Yeah,
that
but
you
the
took
cat's
care
wearing
of
a
it,
diaper,
which
too.
I find
Someone was
interesting.
asking who you were.
Was
So I was
that
in-
person asking about me or Jarva?
I'll tell you my Springfield story when you want to hear it.
I'm
No,
listening.
Let's go. Let's
well,
go.
I'm
Is
excited
it about
because
The Simpsons?
there's multiple people that I've never met in Springfield, Mass.
Da-da-da,
that seem to know who I
that's
am.
Daria.
Oh, that's sketchy.
That what?
I don't even
Cool.
know
That's
this.
very sketchy.
Yeah.
No, wait. What did they say?
I'm down in Springfield. I'm walking across the street, and some guy's leaning out his window, and he goes, "Hey, Bendejo!" and so, like, these people know me. They
So
don't
you
know my
look,
real
are you
name,
saying you
but
look
they know
like
me.
a Mexican Puerto Rican?
And another guy said
from,
it too. I was like,
from
"Oh my God, they
Springfield?
must think I'm Bendejo."
Yeah, well,
Bendy.
It
It's a-
sounds
it's a
like
popular-
you
it's a-
look with your
it's a
shady
popular nickname
ass
for a
film
lot of
director look. You look like a
I
drug
feel like it's
dealer
an
in
honor.
Spring. You look like a well-known drug dealer in Springfield. Okay, congratulations. That's a good story.
That was fun.
There we go.
You should try and collect
could actually-
money. You should be like, hey, Ricky, just pay me up front right now, and I'll get it to you. You know, and then disappear from there. Have you ever seen The Man Who Wasn't There?
no.
Yes.
Have you?
Yes.
What is it?
I've
It's
seen all
my
movies
favorite
involving
movie.
invisible and/or men who weren't there.
Wait, but
No, I have
okay,
seen that movie actually. I'm just
Okay.
messing with you.
Who's starring in?
I have no idea. I don't ever
guy
remember.
from
I don't even know who
That's
stars
okay.
in Wayne's World. So, and I've seen that
I
movie
believe you.
18,000 times. Like,
I believe you.
don't.
I
I'm
believe
not. I'm
you.
not
I questioned
Carbia.
you,
never
but I
saw it.
believe you.
I'm not
I know.
Carbia.
I know.
Like-
I wish Carbia was here. I want Carbia to be.
Ooh, you're
A
leaving
shout
them?
out to
I gotta-
Carbia. We're gonna tag you in this, and
Can you
we
bring me
want you to
Corona?
be.
Oh, yeah.
Especially, I mean, Carbia. Honestly, I don't think that's right to even do a movie special without Carbia. It's not that special if Carbia is not
Maybe
here.
you could call her or him.
I mean, I brought up a movie, so
Thank you. Oh my
I
God.
feel I've done my part.
Okay. Well,
It is 5:00, so
is it really? I've
here's
been
to
here.
you, Boston.
I've been here since 1.
I'm sorry, you guys. I was
It's
like
not your
having
fault.
a pan.
I mean,
a
it might be
panic
your
attack.
fault.
Tell
Yeah,
us
what's going on? Yeah.
what's
You
going
were.
on?
It was a very weird entrance you had here today.
Yeah, you were really quiet when you got here.
Yeah,
I thought you were
couldn't-
mad
I
at me.
couldn't believe it.
No, I'm not mad at you. I'm
Okay,
not
good.
mad at you. I apologize for whatever.
You no need to apologize. We were just a little concerned.
Yeah.
Because usually you walk into a room, you're like, "Fuck everyone, I'm here."
Yeah,
and, like,
exactly.
You know, we were like, we weren't ready for
Usually you offend
the,
somebody
yeah,
as
for
soon
the
as you.
quiet entrance.
I think I did. I mean, the moment I walked in here, somebody walked out. But I don't know.
Oh,
I don't
well,
care.
that was-
don't
I think
even-
that was
let's
unrelated.
not-
That was
I think,
unrelated.
You know,
Oh
it's like
no!
this is the movie special, and I don't think I was thinking about should I just how should I go in serial killer. What brought me in here?
Well,
the fact that it is antisocial conditioning, and it's like, so it's not when you're at your absolute most antisocial. Unfortunately for this program, it's not an excuse.
True.
You know, because I was like on the phone with my fucking shitty ass phone that fucking sucks. I hate this phone. No, I love it. I don't care. I don't know. I need a new phone. All right, I don't need to talk to people.
I tried.
My phone doesn't work.
Nobody
I
tried.
can hear me on it. You tried what?
To give you a new phone.
No, I know, but I got a new phone. Well, we got your phone fixed. I think your phone's better than mine. These phones. I just, you know what? I give up. But you know what? I'm not giving up. I'm just having, you know, panic attacks, and I'm continuing on, and I'm not giving up. You know.
Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that, dude.
Me too.
Yeah.
Have you tried CBD?
Oh.
Sorry.
Take yourself out of the
I
stuff.
have been trying to pacify, because these are the two levels that I'm at right now. Is either I'm violent, or having a panic attack. Panic attack.
Yeah.
Oh, thank
and literally, that like that's it. It's like, if I don't believe me, I've been pacifying myself. I have.
It's okay, actually. I'm okay with both
CBD,
of those versions of Jarva.
And it's like, but it's like those are now I'm like in a little bit of an in-between mode of those two things. But like, you know, it's not, I know it's not good to be violent, but if I don't pacify myself at this time, I could be violent. I could fucking throw everything in this room right now.
Well,
like, you know, I could, and I'm really good with my violence, but it's like,
you could punch me in the face.
Honest,
It'd be great.
I'm
Oh,
coming
none
out,
of that. Don't say stuff like that.
That'd be really funny.
I get to a place sometimes where like what I like to do is break bottles, throw bottles against shit. You know, I feel like that's a good use of the violence, because it's like when you get that supernova anger of violent, you know, like it's like I'm in my body, and my body is a violent body, and it will fucking
it's good to let it out.
You know, I'm good about it in that I don't, and it's not a normal,
you know,
thing.
I've felt violent lately too. I'm in the same place. Honestly, I'm very aggro lately. I think we should go to like boxing or something.
No, I think
I
think after we're done doing this show, we should go to the train tracks, drink some beer, and then smash the bottles.
That helped me grow up.
Like I haven't done that in years. I will have such a good time.
Chug a 40 and Porter Square, and
and then just smash bottles afterwards, dude. Like right on the train tracks. It was pretty fun.
Yeah, no, that's
throwing rocks at trains, baby.
Yeah.
Love it. Boston.
It's great.
It's
a good time.
I've been very snappy and violent emotionally with people lately. Not violent, like I'm not hitting people, but I've been, Herb's noticed it too. I've been very like,
Really? What is going on, dudes?
The sun is in Leo. The sun is in
heat.
The sun is in Leo now, so it's the lion sign. So I feel like all of the toxic masculinity I've built up inside me over the years is just spewing forth. Because mostly it's men are the targets. So
you've been like attacking men lately?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not attacking women.
Why?
Well, I kind of did attack Rayla. But other than that, and that candidate, but generally, it is some. I'm just
Rayla.
She's running against Diana Presley, but it's a writing campaign. Other side note.
Why do we hate her?
Because she hangs out with white supremacists and Nazis.
How'd you attack her?
That's worth hating.
Well, no, I didn't even attack her. I just pointed out that she hangs out with white supremacists.
Oh, on Twitter?
Yeah, that's not attack.
Okay. I did threaten to rip someone's dick off and fuck them with it. But they threatened to rape me first.
That's like foreplay, though.
Yeah, it was like, and then like, are you guys hitting on each other? What's going on?
That's such a weird, like,
I don't
know who, like, I would have to have, I'm trying to think of the relationship I'd have to be in with somebody to, like, in a moment of anger, be like, I'm gonna rip your dick off and fuck you with it.
Oh, I don't know.
It would be, like, a random protest. It's like, I'm not sure who
if somebody threatens to rape me.
I'm trying to conjure the image.
Well, it's a tweet, so it's not really, like, in person, but I would probably say that to their face too. I'm not.
But like when you think of that, like is that like do you think about it like when you rip the dick off? Is it flaccid? Is it?
Well,
is
I
it
mean,
flaccid?
I should hope so.
I mean, it's not gonna be
And
erect.
you rip it off. Okay, so you're So
Yeah.
when you
it's gotta
imagine
be.
it in your mind, because be 5 agreements, be impeccable with your word,
So-
which means be
Yeah.
impeccable with your. So you're gripping the dick.
Ew. Okay.
Right?
I guess I do have
That's
to.
this
in order
is
to
your
accomplish
scenario.
this. I know.
You're
I know.
saying this to this guy.
Well,
He's
they
either
thre-
going to take it
it
as a
was a
threat
ra-
or come on.
They
I'm
threatened
trying to
me.
understand
Very
where it
interesting.
is.
Very deep.
Put it in
They
my
threatened me
journal.
first.
Yeah, but
They,
wait,
what
wait,
did they
studies
wait?
on this.
They were-
threatened
they
you.
were-
What'd they say?
they
They
said
said I'm
something,
gonna
oh,
rip
if-
your pussy out and eat it like a mango and then throw it up into the ocean.
That
And
sounds
then,
like flirting.
Actually,
Take
that
you.
would be a
and I'm
flirt.
gonna, then I'm gonna like put you in the ocean, and then we're gonna have a little picnic lunch, some Capri Sun. I'll try not to get sand.
it was something
in the
ab-
Capri Sun. Sometimes it happens. I
Yeah.
got PB and J's. My mom made them. No,
No,
crust.
that would turn me on actually. No, this was more of a
Right.
you think you hate
Right,
cops?
yeah.
What happens when 3 guys try to dox you because they want to rape you? It was like a rape threat.
May
They
I be
said,
excused just
what
for a moment? My
happens
phone
with
is ringing.
3
May I be
guys.
excused from the
Yeah, I don't
broadcast?
actually have
Yes.
the tweet pulled up. It was like 2 weeks ago. I forget. But that's what I said in response because I was also drunk and I just come
Wait,
home from
okay,
Herb's
so
house.
they tweeted.
They've
They
tweeted-
tweeted at Lauren Pespisa.
Yes.
What does it feel like when 3 guys?
No, that's
dox
not what they-
you
that's
'cause
not how
they
the
wanna
sentence
rape
started.
you?
That's
Wait,
not how the
why
sentence
would they
started.
dox you?
because
wanna
they are
rape you?
counter protesters to
'Cause
Black
they
Lives Matter.
have to know your address. They would need to get the dox.
yes,
to go
it's
and
not gonna-
rape you.
it's not
They
gonna
wouldn't
happen.
Dox you.
It's not going to happen.
They would only dox you if they wanted somebody else to rape you, and they had they were like, my fingerprints
Hence-
won't be seen on this.
Hence why I wasn't
'Cause I
scared.
just doxed her, but then I have someone else coming in.
Yeah, but they're not
for
smart.
the rape.
So that's not going to happen.
So let me understand. So the tweet was, what was the tweet?
I don't have the tweet up. I didn't mean for this to
Can
go.
we pull it up? Can
No,
we
because
pull
I'm
it up?
watching all
It's
the
going
comments.
viral.
We need
It's
it.
going
We need to see
viral.
the- we need to
There's
see this.
nobody.
No,
can
it-
even
Analyze
find
it.
this broadcast. It's going viral right now.
I don't feel like
what-
dude, I'm
we're
lazy.
bringing
I don't feel
the
like
word
scrolling.
viral back to disease, okay? Where it's meant to be, okay?
So this is what happened.
Antiviral.
I have to scroll back through 2 weeks
Wait.
of my tweets, and I tweet a lot, so I'm
Wait,
kind
hold
of
on,
annoyed.
hold on.
Yes.
I just want to point this out. You guys know that you're like conscious of the fact that you're snapping at people, right?
What? Yes,
So like,
I'm enjoying
what-
it.
oh,
oh no, I'm fine. I don't snap at anybody.
you told me
But-
earlier that you were being violent.
Oh no, I'm like, I'll destroy. It's like, if you want me to, I could just get up and throw everything in this room and throw it against the wall. And once I start getting into it, I'll be,
You'd be
you know,
relieved.
I've got like, that's
be
how
relieved?
I don't really direct my feelings and anger and shit at people. That's why I do, you know, I got
People
bottles.
shit, though.
I got what? No, I would never destroy. That's the thing. It's like, I'm so careful. It's like, I'll throw bottles at places that I know that it's not going to hurt anything. It's just going to break the bottle and it's fine. But like, if you bring in somebody to comfort me or like rub my back or some shit, then I'll start throwing shit. Because
Uh-oh.
it's like, I don't want to like...
I have rubbed Jarvis
Oh,
back in the
that
wrong
person-
situation.
Yo, right?
I don't want to hit that person that's trying to rub my back, but I'll fucking destroy it's like I don't know. I have levels of being that is like being a caged or an uncaged animal. Like, I'm trying to cage myself right now, and I think I've done a pretty good job.
That's not the tweet, but whatever. But I'd rather get back to Jarva. I'm sorry I've rubbed your back in times of great
No,
emotional
it's okay.
distress.
I
I am
didn't
a.
do
I am
it.
that kind of-
I know that you've
I-
seen. I've been very antisocial. With you, have a hard time. I don't share my pain with people well.
Yeah, I know. I get that. You know,
We've
that's
gotten
okay.
We've gotten self-destructive before. while
That's
you were
okay.
We've drank.
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah, I mean, but like, all right, so
That's
you're
how
not-
we
so-
avoid sharing our
so
social
you're-
our pain
but-
with
but
people
it
is by
counts-
drinking
it
with
has
people.
to count for something, dude. Like, you're not
Yeah.
sitting there being like, look, my life fucking sucks and I fucking hate everything. But like, I'm not feeling too good. What are you doing? Let's go drink, and then we'll sit around drinking and like make stupid jokes. And
Yeah.
that kind of
Yeah,
that's like
it's one level, and that's how I deal with
That's
my
like,
problems
you
too. You know, like, and that's
you don't need
what.
details in order to like get through your feelings, man.
No,
can
you
just
don't.
get
You
through
don't.
them,
You
know,
don't.
like- through company.
I'm not saying that Jarva's approach is wrong.
No.
I just, what I was trying to say, well, no, I mean, she can do whatever she wants. What I'm trying to say is that, yes, I am the same way. I don't always feel comfortable getting like super vulnerable with my feelings, even though I do talk about my feelings a lot. It's usually in an angry way. I'd rather get angry than sad or feel hurt or scared, especially scared. I would rather get mad than scared. Absolutely. And I'm being vulnerable for all of you right now saying that.
Yeah.
Like I will turn into tough guy. That's how I am like the toxic masculinity girl. But what I was trying to say to Jarva is that I don't always know how to be there for you during times of distress, but my intention is to be, and that we don't always know how to express ourselves well, or in like it's not like like the super like we're not therapists for each other, right? In a way, we are by accident sometimes, but intention counts.
Yeah,
like you've listened to me too. Like, like intention counts. Like, yeah, sometimes, and same with Herb listening to me, us listening to each other. Intention counts, right? Like, Herb making me a car bomb yesterday. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's our way of dealing with, like, like okay, like the, whatever it is. So we don't always have to be like super open with our feelings, but
I like to try to bury it deep, but then every once in a while I have explosive fits of rage.
Keeps it interesting.
And I break flash drives and yell at people.
Oh, that sounds
that's what's fun. That's why it's funny that because I'm in between, it's like I feel the rage and I feel it every day, and I just try and and do my zen, but it's like I've got to a point like before I came in here today, whatever, where it's like either the rage or like having a panic attack, which is like almost like crying, but like dry crying. You're still not crying. You're just not breathing.
Can I ask you something serious? Have you been making music lately? Or any? I know you're always like making art, like painting and stuff, but have you been making any music lately?
It's not even like it's like I know what it's like about it. I was like, should I just come in like talk about it? Like, I don't know, this is probably gonna make it seem worse than it. I don't know like how, it's like like a lot, like not on everything out, and it's like I told you, and it's like that's like compartment. It's like it'd be I can for an hour and whatever, and like I can. I don't think I can like.
So good, man. We love you.
But I thought about that. Yeah, no, I do.
There's a lot going on to unpack.
It's really simple, actually. And I don't know why I'll just say what's going on or whatever. What's going on is
no pressure, man.
It's like, it's funny because it's like people, whatever. I don't know. I don't know. My hamster like loose. That it, I don't like. It's like I don't know. It's like I'm trying to be.
You're in a pretty chaotic situation.
Yeah, but it's not about that. It's like it's not. I don't think it's worth sharing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. If you wanted to, we could talk about it. But if you don't want to, that's fine too. It's there's a lot of stuff that's heavy weighing. But you can always call me too. Whether, and if you don't want to, that's okay too. But I don't know how you've been dealing with what you've been dealing with for the past few months. In that regard, do we have anybody to call in today? No. Oh, we should probably give the What's the number? Herb, you know the number.
There it is. 872 210 2125. That's right. That's cool. We got some.
We're
really
open.
Cool...
We're open to anybody calling in, right? Not just Jonathan.
Yeah. We got some talking about Gemini and all that other stuff. We got a really cool reading the other day, dude.
Oh yeah, cool. I messaged Katie last night, but I haven't heard back about her calling in. I tried
to get Mariah to call in and give us a reading, dude.
Yeah. Did she ever respond?
The second I mentioned it would be on antisocial condition, she stopped talking.
Oh man.
I miss Mariah, man.
Oh well.
I saw her.
Really?
I haven't seen her in forever, dude.
Me neither.
It's so bizarre.
How is she?
Like right on the street, like outside the house.
Oh my God.
Visiting her friend. Like I don't know who her friend is, but she said she's been doing stuff or whatever.
Oh yeah, she's always busy.
Yeah, she's
always up to something, man. Yeah, that's pretty funny, man. Like I hit her up and I'm like, yeah, let's do this reading, and she's like all down for it. In a second, I'm like, oh, we'll do it on the podcast. Game over.
Oh no.
Everybody hates this second show.
I hate the show, and I still do it every week. I hate my show, I hate my parents, and I hate myself.
Yeah, but we got that really cool reading from.
Oh yeah, Katie did a great reading for me and Herb. She has her own Kabbalistic method of astrology that ends up leading to the patterns of planets repeating or something. And I am all Jupiter and Mars people. What are you? You're like, you got a few different mixes of planets in there.
Mine was really weird.
Yeah, yours was not as much of a, mine was straight up Jupiter, Mars.
Crap, it was so much info, man.
Yeah.
I copy and pasted everything, but I can't remember everything right now.
Yeah, it was, so we need to have her call in soon about her version of astrology, because it was pretty interesting.
No. No.
So Jonathan hasn't responded? All right, maybe Rod can call in. He's in Portland. He's been commenting.
Yeah, man, Big Rod, dude. I heard he hung out with the old Gas No Breaks guy.
Yeah.
I'm kind of jealous about that.
He trolled him.
Yeah, really?
He tried to. Oh man, it's a great clip. I mean, it's on his Twitter. You can pull it up if you want.
I haven't watched it yet, but that's hilarious.
We're gonna probably do our own show about that at some point soon. Just
super jealous.
Yeah, I know. Me too. I think that there's nothing more romantic than getting tear gas together, quite frankly, or pepper sprayed, or getting shot in the dick. That also that happened. So there's it's been an exciting time for one of our good friends here. Fuck 12 all day, all night. Just want to put that out there.
Poor Rod, man.
Everyone knows where we stand. Fuck 12. Always and forever. Austin, are you coming back here to talk about the movie?
Yeah, what the fuck are you doing,
if the
dude?
host allows me.
If you want to be on the show, go sit in the fucking chair and be on the show. Don't fucking clap in the corner.
I'm a big fan. I didn't want to, overstay my welcome.
What? No, you are so welcome.
If we're talking about movies, I'm good.
Let's talk about movies.
Serious stuff.
I want to talk about the faces on the people biking and walking by while we held a large knife.
Yeah, and fake blood.
And a dead-looking person.
Looked cool. For 20 minutes or so.
Oh, yeah, that was pretty funny.
It was us. No permit required.
Yep. And then it started to rain.
I wanted to mention, maybe Jarva could have chimed in. I'm not sure how she's doing, feeling. But the premise was, in one movie, Jarva got killed by Jonathan, and then this was the payback.
Oh.
Jonathan.
What does that mean?
That means you get to kill him. You kill him.
Okay. So is that
a
part of a bigger movie that you're working on, or is that just?
It's not.
I've no. Okay.
So wait, there was a movie that's
just like some insider jargon about not like revenge would make sense.
Yeah, it's not a secret.
Not anything.
But it came out good, and I thank everybody for participating. everybody did really well, and we had fun, and hopefully.
I had fun. I think we had fun.
And remember how it started raining right when we were done filming? Like, to me, that's like God saying, nice, good timing, dude.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, no, it was a good time.
I ran through the streets.
We peed behind trees along the Emerald Necklace. We found.
I remember that.
Yep, we had each other's back, and each of us peed in a discreet enough location.
Yeah,
you were kind of revealed. I feel bad about that.
Well,
you were kind of revealed from the side. I was covering you from the front, but then people came around the side, and you were kind of exposed and revealed. And I wasn't quick enough to run up that side.
Gotta run over there and go like
you
this.
from that Asian man or from the other actors when they walked farther to the side bay. But you took that in stride. You didn't. I could tell right away that you weren't.
Listen.
Didn't have any hostility towards me. You weren't like, dude, I covered you. And you let me get exposed.
I didn't.
You didn't have a lot of, I waited till there was like really no one there. And then I said, I'm going to go pee up there. And then I was
what you
worried
missed
my pee
Wednesday
trail
in
was
Boston.
going. This is the Emerald Necklace, okay?
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
peed up in the corner. There's
Brookline.
2 corners. It's basically the wilderness. It's like if it weren't for the fucking joggers, you could pee anywhere. You could pee pissing all over everything, which is what I wanted to do, And I almost did. I'm like, I forget sometimes. I forget to be a human and not an animal. I feel like an animal most of the time, and like I was gonna just pee out in the canal, I was like, this is a pee-free, there's so many places to pee right here, I get excited like a dog, I'm like, I could pee on this, I could pee on that, I could just walk around peeing right now, and who would it be? I'm like, okay, wait, there's the director of the film, the other end, and if I just start pissing and walking around, okay, all right, wait, but there's still an opportunity here for peeing, so there's it goes up to there's a stairwell
now
up
we're
to
talking.
the
This
street
is the good
that
stuff
goes over
here.
right by a bridge.
Yeah.
So the ground goes up, is up. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to go up into that because nobody can see you in the corner until they're jogging right by you. And then they get a full view. But if you can look to your left and look to your right, see who's coming, see who's going, and judge how long it takes you to fully, eliminate your bladder, you know what you got, so I go up to the corner, I'm like, Lauren, keep watching. Lauren's like, I'm on it, you know what, I believe in you peeing, I believe in you peeing out here, I'm on it, I'll be watching, and I start peeing, but it's like any second somebody could be coming down that stair. That's the outlying factor, because I don't have time. If I look left and look right and then run up that stair to see if anyone's coming that way, by the time I get back up to my corner to pee, there could be a fucking fast runner coming in on the right that I checked. There was nobody, but they're coming because they come in sudden, but they come in sparse. There's a lot of wilderness out there.
They sent a plane overhead.
So I start peeing, and I'm like, I really did have to pee. And so I start peeing up from the upper corner, and I'm like, I'm watching this, I'm like, oh, there's a lot of urine. I'm like, and I'm starting, and I've placed all my bags right below me, right by the street. First, I'm like, Lauren, get out of the way. I'm gonna pee on you. I'm like, my trick.
It was coming right towards me.
Stream. There's a river. Jarva River is gonna be an addition to the Emerald Necklace. It's gonna flow right into this fucking sewage lake. Fake river they have running through it. I don't know what's going on there, but it's like I saw it start trickling down, and I said, wait, no, it's fine. It's not even gonna.
I moved.
Lauren moved all my stuff. It didn't even reach my stuff, but it was the physics of it was there was a small, margin for it not to reach the low. I could have pissed. I pissed. Okay, I bought these shoes at Target for $15. Uncomfortable. They looked okay, but they were uncomfortable. I bought them for another Austin movie.
Behind the scenes info
that was
here.
also in the woods, and I had to fucking chase someone with a saw, and I ran all through the fucking woods with them. I used these shoes so hard. I wore them 3 times, but I used them so hard. And then I filmed another thing with Vomit Bitch out on Newberry Street, wore the same boots, nowhere to pee, COVID-19, nothing's open. I'm peeing in alleys, just trying to get up and not look anyone in the eye if they see me peeing, I pissed all over these shoes. There's dirt, I scuffed these shoes the fuck up. There's dirt and straw hanging out of the bottom of them, one heel is off. I returned them to Target, and because I was like,
They were
either
painted.
I'm gonna paint them.
Didn't you
No,
paint them?
no,
No.
I was gonna paint them, but they were so uncomfortable. I kept wearing them, but they never got comfortable, and I was gonna paint them, and I'm like, you can't return this shit. It's like, but then it became more in my mind. I'm like, you have to return it. It's like you have to. You've pissed all over
like
these
challenge
shoes.
accepted.
You fucking scuffed them. There's dirt. Like, because I tried to wipe the dirt off. A lot of the dirt was not coming. There was stuff stuck in that shit. And I walked up to that customer service desk with my receipt because I kept my receipt the whole time. Because the second I bought them, I'm like, I'm gonna return this shit. And I
You
gave it
returned
to
them?
him.
$15.
He
Oh
opened the
my
box.
God.
He opened the box. He's like. Seems like they got a lot of use. He's picking up my piss-covered shoes, looking at them, licking them. He licked it a little bit. And I'm like,
Oh,
you
you
know
made
what?
that guy's day.
And I didn't want, because I hate to lie about anything.
So you were like,
Whatever.
I peed on him.
I was like, they came like that. And he was like, okay. And he gave me fucking $15,
And then tossed him right in the
Nice.
trash.
Cool.
It's like...
Keeping the
Word
budget
to the wise.
down.
Hey, people, you know what? Target is a rental store. That's the thing. It's like, I know about the Target fucking customer service situation now, which I got an inkling of it before because I caught a discrepancy in their shit. I'm like, this was on the block for $8.99, and at the register it's ringing up for $14, and they didn't even ask questions. They just changed it, and I was like, I pay attention to everything. Like, I've spent months, I know everything in the grocery store. And I spent a lot of time in the grocery store learning how the grocery store works. It takes a lot of time.
Really? I literally don't know how to grocery shop.
I know how they
I
hide
am
things.
terrified.
Oh, it's
I am
so
terrified at the
much
grocery
time
store.
in advert because they do all kinds. Like, if you're shopping at a Stop and Shop, like Stars or whatever, Star Market that used to be around EMF.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
you go in there, everything's changed every day.
Yeah.
I would go, and it's like, you have to, like, literally track that shit. You have to spend a lot of grocery time to, like, understand how grocery stores operate. Because that's how much time they spend in trying to fool you.
You
Yeah.
got Scorcher playing?
I am very intimidated at the grocery store. In fact, I avoid grocery stores at all costs. I can't, like, I would rather just get like some like Easy Mac at CVS. Like, honestly, I don't know how to feed myself.
Yes, I'm down with that.
Like, I don't know how to
Yeah.
feed myself.
Hey, I enjoy like takeout.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I eat whatever is lying around in my
Do
vicinity.
you like mushi chicken?
I like everything.
Yeah, Chinese food.
I like everything. I mean, I will, if there's food in front of me, I will eat it. That's
Mushi is the thing with the
Oh.
pancakes.
Oh, wait,
Mushi
yeah.
shrimp.
We
The
have
mushi
shrimp. We
shrimp.
have
The
veggie
mushi
Jarva.
shrimp at Jin's is
Yeah.
the best.
when we were
Cinnamon
living at the
pancake.
bunker.
Mhm,
Yes, it's
very
like
good.
it's like a
Jin's,
Chinese
get it.
taco.
Perfect.
Diet by Mushi over here.
Like a Chinese
Cabbage.
burrito.
It's different everywhere. The mushi, same as like egg fouillon, kind of like,
Really?
but mushi different everywhere.
Okay.
But the Jin's mushi, so
Yeah,
so
I'd never
good.
had mushi. I didn't know what it was, but we had a lot of Chinese food over there.
you
And
like kimchi? You all eat kimchi?
what's
Ever?
that?
Put it in the ground.
Kimchi is a Korean cabbage.
And
Yes,
they
is it the
bury
pink?
it.
It's pink.
It's
They
really
put
spicy.
it in a jar,
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
go out and they
Yeah.
dig a hole in the backyard.
Ooh, if you want to
and
lose
they
some
put
weight,
it-
man, eat some of that.
Really?
Oh my god, eat
Does
half.
it kill bloat?
It like flushes you, man.
Oh man, that's all I need in my
But it
life,
tastes
honestly.
good.
Yeah,
But
no,
it's
I mean,
not-
I've eaten kimchi.
I opened up a
think.
bottle of kimchi on the 66 bus in Alston.
Is it a liquid?
No, it's food. And I
Okay.
started eating it
Super
on the
Is it like
bus.
sauerkraut?
And I swear to God, everybody gave me a dirty look.
Yeah,
It
it's like
smells.
daikon. Isn't that like the
It's like
clickbait?
an
They say
acidic
like don't eat the
garlic smell.
doojaroo or the daikon or whatever.
Kimchi on the fucking Alston bus, man. I'll
People
never forget
ban
that.
you. But did you ever have lice?
I only did it once.
I had lice. I've had lice. Have you had lice?
Yeah, I did.
I've had lice.
How old were you?
I was like 9. I got it at Girl Scout
I
camp.
was 22.
Ooh, did you? So how'd you get rid of it? How'd you get rid of it?
It was horrific.
How'd you get rid of
It
it?
was I'm growing my hair long again for the second time. The first time I did was when I got lice, and I stood and luckily my best friend Alex Johnson, shout out to her, I love you. She also had lice because after I saw the first one scurry across my fucking
Oh yeah.
world history fucking book on the cistern at College Charleston. I went right to that CVS. I got that fucking knit writ. I biked right back to my home. I spent the next 3 hours popping eggs out of my head and pulling them through my long ass hair.
Yep.
If I ever got lice again, I would shave my head immediately. But once I had like taken the family of aliens, tried to murder the entire ecosystem that was living upon me, I biked over immediately. First, I talked to no one. I said nothing to anyone. I assumed that all my friends, everybody that knew me, would consider me a leper and would never
well, I mean, it is lice.
touch me or speak to me again. It was like, because it's a psychotic, because for
a parasite.
A month living like working up to that, I'd be at the library. I started itching my head. It's like all of a sudden my head's itching all the time. Okay, I've never had lice. I'm 21. I'm 20.
Wait. So like, how long were you itching until you figured out it was lice?
I was itching like a mouse. I was like, my head's itchy. Why?
She saw the
my
bug
head's
drop
itchy.
off of her
and then
skull.
sometimes I'd be looking in the mirror, itching my head in the library bathroom. I'd be like, did I see something move? Did I see it? But it's like, you've seen me. I'll take a take a mole out of my body when I decide. And it's like, that's partially because of lice, my late life lice trauma.
Yeah, that's pretty late in life.
Because I also had written on my Facebook or something, like, I've never had, it was like some kind of like poem, like verse or something that was like, I forget what it was, but it was something, and it was like, I've never had lice. And it's like I manifested it. It's like, and that's like,
and the lice were upon you like locusts.
And
you
I
drew
went
the plague
right
down
to my best friend's house, and I was like, I have lice, you have lice, because it's like I've been sharing about, and she had lice a million times. She grew up with lice, more lice than not lice. She's like, I've had lice 50,000 times. I was like, I had to pull the egg out. Like, she was my safety. Yep. It's like a I felt like the fly, like when fucking what's his face, the fly, Jeff Goldblum.
Oh, Jeff Goldblum,
when he's turning into the fly. It was like, it was months of my life
His
that I
ear
was. And then when
falls
I
off.
saw that
Love
fucking
that
little
scene.
silverfish thing skitter across,
I love that movie.
Skitter across my fucking thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is me. I am the earth for a world of fucking skittery creatures that live off my fucking head. They're living off my head. They're living in my hair.
Isn't that cool?
Have you had it too? Because we all have.
Oh yeah, I've had lice.
Yeah. Oh hey.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm part of the club.
Unity.
It's like
4
chicken
people
pox.
at the table.
It's like chicken pox.
All had lice in their
When I
lives.
was a kid, I went to a camp once,
Yep,
and when
camp.
I came back,
Camp.
I came back with ticks, dude. Like I had ticks in my head, dude. It was awesome.
Was it lice or ticks?
I've had leeches and ticks, but that's like one big
Yeah,
guy
that's-
you can see.
Yeah,
that's
true.
not a conspiracy theory. A conspiracy theory in your
have
head.
What about
That ends up outside your head. My conspiracy theory in my
leeches.
head for months was there's something
Yeah,
in my head, and then I fucking read my thing. It's like it's outside my head. It's fucking real. There's a thing feasting on my head, living off my head.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. It's like you knew, but you didn't know until.
Well, I
was too
saw it. I don't know if anyone that's
my
ever had
movie.
lice has seen it that way.
I saw my
It's
lice.
like I'm like the boxcar child. No one took care of me,
I saw it. TM.
I could still have lice to this day. I just be like, I just have an itchy head. I've gotten used to it at this point.
Well,
New Hampshire.
the trick.
You ever get crabs?
I got it from
No.
New Hampshire. Where'd you get it from?
You got crabs, didn't you?
No, I've never gotten crabs. No.
You ever had scabies?
Isn't that like a pirate thing?
No, that's scurvy.
Oh.
The scabies goes around prison, but I never had it.
Okay, wait. I have a theory. You know those little red mites, like those tiny? You ever see those outside
yeah,
on the
yeah.
on
That's
the
an
They're
aphid.
safe.
That's an
They're
brick
aphid.
clay?
They're
Is that an
safe.
aphid?
Yeah,
they're
that's what
safe.
ladybugs eat.
Oh, okay. But do you ever think that those little mites, those little things, they crawl up onto your parents and then they stick in the skin and then they become those little weird red dots that old people have?
Oh, I think I have one on my
skin?
leg.
Check it out. I know some people. I tell Cav, I'm
That's
like,
a
Cav,
nice-
you've got these old people spots. He's like, it doesn't have to do with age. I'm
Old
like, it does to me.
people's
It does to
spot.
me.
I love it.
I know he's riddled.
You mean like
He's
this?
riddled with them. He's riddled with them. Riddled. Austin Rutledge.
I do. I got
Tons
red
of
little
mites.
dots everywhere.
That's little aphids that crawl up onto you and then hook into you.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
What
Do you
about
see
fleas?
it?
I have
Fleas.
dealt
All
with
my
a dog
cats
with
have
fleas.
I have scars from when my cat had fleas, and I had to pet, and she hooked me. I have it right there. Hooked me. I was giving her and her sister a flea bath one at a time.
Oh,
Why is that so loud? I know it's me. It's so loud.
Cat attacked
But-
it.
And she just like she would never do it on purpose, but she was wiling out in the bathtub, and she just hooked me.
Just
with
wiling
two
out.
claws. You can see them.
Yeah,
Perfect
I can see
puncture
them.
wounds right there. But then it was like the summertime. I mean, it was Charleston. It's like it's not always the summertime, but
You
it
gotta
was
get a
the
little-
summertime
you gotta
when
get
this
a
happened.
tattoo there.
I'm like, no, I'm out. Like, I'm going out everywhere. You know, I'm like Jarva on the town of Charleston. I'm like, everyone's like, Jarva's like a heroin addict because it's like I have two perfect track marks like right in my arm, and I'm not thinking about it. 'Cause
Those aren't
it's like,
track marks,
I know it's
Jarva.
my cat's claw.
Your
Yes.
vein don't
but
even
it's
go
like,
there.
That's what it
Yeah.
looks
would
like.
never be.
though.
No, it doesn't.
We gotta take this call real
but
quick.
for
Hello?
people,
No,
for
we're gonna
non-heroin
call.
users,
What is going on
maybe
there?
Who is this?
like me.
More movies.
We're talking about lice.
What are you doing?
Who are you?
The last. Listen, I was listening earlier, and Jarva was crying, and then I had to talk to the travel agent, and so I didn't hear anything. But when I tuned back in, you guys were talking about crabs.
Yeah.
And I find that very unsettling. That it went from crying, or I don't know if she was crying, but like there was something sad, and then it turned out the sad thing was that everyone had crabs.
Everybody has
All
crabs.
right, yeah.
Now that we're all
That's actually a pretty
together,
normal
happy.
Saturday for us. I don't know.
That would make you cry?
I've escaped that one.
I guess I don't. I guess you can gave it away or something.
Is this
I
Rod?
don't know. I don't know what prison etiquette is, but yes, it
All
is
right.
Rod.
Is this the director?
We have Rod Webber out there in the shit in Portland.
For
Thank you
sure.
for calling in.
Appreciate
Wait,
what you're doing,
but-
man.
But before we have to talk about Portland, what the fuck were you talking about? Oh my God.
We're sharing lice stories. Do you ever get lice? You ever get lice before, dude?
I might have. I guess maybe if I did, I've forgotten about it. But I know my ex's daughter had lice. Me and Jarva were talking about it last time when we were in the kiddie pool.
Oh, we all got lice in the kiddie pool.
You know what will always
Yeah.
you know what thought freaks me out, dude? Tapeworms. Like imagine getting
I
tapeworm,
don't know
dude.
how the optics of that are tracking with all this Wayfair shit. And, you know, it's like if the kiddie pool becomes this thing, whatever. It's
The
antisocial.
kiddie pool is full of consenting adults who just wanted to cool off.
It's it's
in
a
their
reference.
underwear.
You wonder what we mean by the kiddie pool. Wonder if it's our own little Puerto Rican
could be
ringworm.
It could be cats in a submarine.
Yeah, imagine all the baby tapeworms in that kiddie pool. That would be awesome.
Oh man,
That thought freaks
there
me
probably
out. man.
are parasites in that kiddie pool at this point. To be honest.
Well, didn't you guys jump in it?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
sorry.
And then Lauren and Jarva spent the entirety body shaming me for my dad bod. But
Dude,
you
you're
know,
like
it's
the
all-
only person who has ever body shamed yourself in our entire group of friends ever. Oh, did you body shame him?
And no, I'm the spokesperson of the dad bod. I've got the most dad bod here, and I know for a fact that I shamed nobody.
Yeah. In
They-
fact,
they
we
never-
encourage
Go
everybody.
to the ocean with a group of friends. Who's the two biggest never nudes in the pool? Me and Tyrone Jones.
Yeah, it took me a while.
Everyone
It took
jumps
me
in the
a
pool,
while to
they're
get you
fucking
in there.
bikinis. Me and Tyrone, full tuxedos. We'll get in that pool. We'll get in that ocean. It's fine. We'll love it. But don't, you know, there is no fat shame like the shame that me and
that coconut bra fit awful well for dad bod. I don't know.
The coconut bra. We all need to get a
Built
few
for
of them.
dad
A
bod.
few of
Built
those.
for a dad
Yeah,
bod.
the coconut
Invest in
bra.
one. Get one. They're at Dollar Tree. They're $1.
And you can use them as like a Monty Python skit.
Uplift those
prop.
things that are hanging off your torso.
You know?
You fucking
I'm being
protester.
repressed.
Yes, it's perfect. It's perfect for your political
You
movement.
fucking hoe tester. Is anyone coining that? Am I
Oh.
the first to coin hoe
Oh,
tester?
please let me use it.
Am I the first to come down
Oh,
on
I
any
am.
slut that thinks they got an opinion?
Hoe
With
tester.
hoe tester!
I'm a hoe tester.
Hoe test this!
That's your.
Slap my dick on you, girl. Caller. Who are you? I can tell you're a woman by your voice.
What
are you protesting? Dicks? Eat on this.
You sound like me.
I want to know why
Kanye is my Trump, and I'm trumping your fucking hoe-testing. You're just hoeing yourself. And, there ain't no spade, there ain't no sunflower gonna grow out of your groin, okay? Dad bod or not. Where's the kid? Show me the child. Then show me your dad bod. Give me the kid first. Show me the kid first. Wait. This isn't a pedophilia thing. Just show me the kid. And then you can talk about your fucking dad bod. You milk it. You fucking breastfeed a child and then come and talk to me about your fucking dad bod. You know how Herbito got here? We all had to breastfeed Herb into existence.
It's true.
Do you know what
it is
to be born malnourished, diabetic, Puerto Rican? Are you fucking kidding me? Is this an Aryan fucking caller with no children calling in, bragging, faux bragging about his fucking dad bod?
I just want to know why you can't tell us what kind of wine those kids in your porn movie that you're obsessed with drink.
They weren't drinking. They were studying. They were trying to study. Where were the parents? What don't you understand?
The opinions of this network are not necessarily
I'm just
sponsored by
asking you
all
to
the...
speculate. I mean, you spend a lot of time thinking.
They are underage. It's illegal for them to drink.
They're 13.
They're doing
junior high.
They're doing hard drugs like every other 13-year-old.
They're fucking. It's a girl fucking her brother, fucking her fucking friend from school, and the parents aren't home. And it's a McMansion. Did you write the fucking movie? I bet you fucking did.
Okay, so Rod.
The age of consent there is 17. They can be having sex either, so it's not a matter of legality. It's a matter of morality. It is the morality.
kind of like everything going on in the world today, right?
That's what you should name your fucking porno.
It's a It's not
Or lullaby. A lullaby for horny people to forget their horniness and fall asleep to. Pornos by Rod Weber.
That's just my protest videos that put Lauren to sleep.
I know. I literally fall asleep watching his protest live streams.
Who doesn't? I watched it for 2.5 seconds. I was alert. I was super energized. I clicked on his Facebook. I watched a second of it. I woke up the next day. I said, "Did I go into a coma? What happened?"
Yeah. It's the sweet, soothing sounds of riots.
Don't watch it. Whatever you do, don't watch it.
Going off,
this is
guy's
fake news.
Yeah, I know. These
are actors.
It's so relaxing.
These are props.
Yeah, I can't wear the headphones, Rod, but I think you're awesome, man. Keep it up.
Obsessed
yeah,
with
Jarva
his own
is
drama.
so loud. It's hard to listen
paying
to
people. He's paying people in Portland. He's paying people in California. He's paying people in Dorchester, which is the sick thing.
Are you saying that Rod Weber is George Soros?
I'm saying, it's like, okay, so Rod Weber is a fake millionaire with a lot of money that wants to pretend like anyone's protesting anything, which obviously nobody has anything to protest in this country. So whatever. Yeah, okay, he's your Wizard of Oz. Believe in him. Fuck, I don't care. I like Judy Garland, okay? I like the original.
He's on the cutting edge.
Yeah, he's at
Lady Gaga. You want to fucking star in this bullshit movie? Make this bullshit shallow fucking song. You know what that song is? It's fucking shallow. And you don't use your fucking platform to talk about Judy Garland or what happened to her or what happened to A Star is Born, the greatest movie of all time that was taken away from one of the greatest actresses and singers of all time that was legitimate. It's like you just take a fucking Oscar and you don't have a fucking word to say about that? Fuck you!
Are you comparing Rod Weber to Lady Gaga?
Who doesn't?
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, Rod's awesome.
Rod's amazing. I actually want to. I want to hear. I really want to hear some stories.
Time out. Like, I've never seen the original A Star Is Born. Who's in that?
Oh my God! Can we not go there?
Judy Garland. Who?
That movie's boring as fuck.
I never saw it.
All versions of that movie are like. Sorry, I want to hear about protests.
Call. Yeah, fuck Bradley Cooper, man.
Yeah, I give no fucks
Bradley
about
Cooper
any
can
of that.
fucking
But
fuck
let's
off.
talk about what the fuck happened to your dick the other
Seriously,
night.
Man.
What?
Yeah, you've been injured. How are you feeling?
Oh, my dick. I thought you were talking to her. Never mind. I was just taken
My friends are
aback.
very concerned. Everybody is very concerned.
Yes, I don't. It's been such a long time since anyone's been concerned about my dick. So it's flattering, and I don't know.
I mean,
maybe we'll make a sign up sheet for later, and everyone can chime in. But yeah, I wouldn't consider that the main thing that happened. Basically, I got here the 20th, and it's been night after night of the craziest fucking shit, aside from Minneapolis, that I've seen. And after Standing Rock, which I thought was the craziest shit I'd ever see, things have just been popping off. It's like absolutely off the hook. First night I got here, it was a little late, so I didn't see like the daytime activities. I went straight into the popping off part of it, and basically it goes back and forth between the protesters who are shooting off bottle rockets and setting fires like on the sidewalk, which is not real property damage, but there's definitely a lot of graffiti going on. And then the feds they start tear gassing everyone, and it's back and forth, and finally the feds push everyone down the street, and then they give up, and the protesters come back, and the feds push them down the street again, and every now and then they snatch someone up. But then when I actually got out there in the day to check stuff out, very similar to what was going on in CHOP in Seattle, where which is kind of like an Occupy vibe, just people chilling out and having a good time. It's peaceful, and what Peter Kropotkin would have described as his kind of anarchy, a mutual aid kind of scene, where they're bringing down ribs for riot ribs. Everyone
yes,
gets free
have you hold on. I actually don't care about the politics of this right now, because we can do that on another separate show. I really want to talk about your personal experiences. Jarva should be back in a moment. So I want to talk about, where have you been shot so far?
Well, I got
we're going to do a whole show on this at some point, and we can get to that. Our audience can follow it. I want to hear some weird shit. So let's talk about where you've been shot so far.
So with the rock salt stuff, I've been shot everywhere. That stuff sprays you all over the body.
What does that feel like?
I guess as you would imagine, it's like a spray of like kind of small rocks hitting you.
Jesus.
And I mean,
it's like birdshot. It's like Dick Cheney style.
Yeah, totally Dick Cheney style. Yeah, so it might make a bunch of little pelty marks all over you.
Okay.
But it was a mistake for me to only wear shorts. When I left, it was 93 degrees, and the forecast was that it was just going to be hot all week. And so I figured, okay, fuck it, don't leave the pants at home. And it was a mistake, because now my legs get pelted. Moving up the body, I believe it was the second or third night in. Yep, they shot me in the dick.
That was a really funny video you made about it too.
Yeah. I believe you're the only one who was privy to me.
No, you tweeted that.
Did I?
Yeah, you tweeted that. I'm pretty sure you tweeted that.
What'd you get shot with, man? That sounds
Yeah,
terrible.
What was that?
I'm not really sure what that was. So basically, there was like a woman who was down. She had been shot in the leg, and so and she was hurt really badly. And so I was the closest person to her, and I ran over and helped pick her up with one other guy, and we dragged her to the sidewalk there. And as is typical in these situations, if you're helping someone, then that's when the cops barrage you, like as if you're an invading army that needs to be held back, instead of a couple of Americans who are trying to help someone who's been injured. So this really ties into the protesters hating the fuck out of these people.
Right.
That's where you get the whole fuck 12 thing. Just everyone rabidly hates them, because it's not enough that they hurt this woman. They have to hurt the people that are trying to help the hurt woman. And so, when I got shot, it wasn't like a direct hit with like one of those concussion grenades. It was more like a glancing hit.
With a rubber bullet, or?
Yeah, no. So it was like from the side. I don't know. I mean, it could have been a pepper bullet or rubber bullet, but so it was like it hit the head from the side. So it wasn't like into the berries. It was the Frank of the Franken.
Okay. So is this worse than a paintball? Actually, we have some guest questions or group questions. Was it compare these on the pain scale to a paintball? For the audience.
I was never a paintball nerd. I wouldn't know.
How about a lacrosse ball?
Like something average that a lot of people can relate to.
Herb, I didn't do sports. I was like an art nerd. I don't know.
That's all right.
Okay. Just that was a question that came up.
Yeah, no. So a pain scale? I don't know. I mean, it would be like if someone like was not very gentle with the butt plug. I don't know.
Okay. I thought everybody has been shot by a paintball before. Sorry, I didn't mean to assume.
No, okay. I'm okay. So I'm being humorous, but so I don't. I don't know. It was like someone punched me in the dick. You know.
Yikes.
I mean, I've been punched in the dick before. I was telling you about that the other night.
Right. And then what about? Didn't you get hit in the head last night too?
Yeah. So, but I mean, that wasn't like directly with the canister. That was just like some shrapnel or some
shrapnel, you know, just tearing through your skin.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also, I mean, I think on the first night, I got hit directly in the ass, and I think that was with a rubber bullet.
Fuck.
Is it a bad bruise?
You've gotten hit 3 times.
Might be more than that. So I got hit. Yeah, I got hit in the ass. I got hit in the dick. Oh, right. And then did you see the video where I was running away from? What the hell was I running away from? I was running away from something. But a bunch of people screenshotted like all these ricochets that were going off near my head. So that's the other thing. They're targeting people in the head, which is absolutely against, you know, the standards of crowd control. They're not. Yeah. I mean that hurts people. They're not supposed to be trying to hurt people.
Yeah, you
shoot
at the legs, you know, or something like that, you know. So.
Yeah, well, I think they're allowed to shoot at the torso, but I mean, the sensible thing, you know, would be the leg, but you know, definitely never at the head.
I was noticing a lot of people wearing like helmets. A lot of the protesters out there seem to be wearing a lot of, you know, motorcycle helmets and stuff.
Yeah, where's your helmet?
Oh, I have a helmet. It's a biker, a bike helmet.
I mean, that's crazy if it gets that, you know, violence.
I think maybe you're the reason you're thinking that I haven't had a helmet is because when I did take it off when I was arguing with that right winger last night, I took the helmet off to take the gas mask off before I flipped the camera around, so it probably looked like a. Yeah, I mean, but I mean, other than when I'm taking the stuff off, I always have the helmet because it is absolutely fucking dangerous out there.
So,
but yep.
Do you have a leaf blower yet? That seems to be all the rage these days. You know what?
Monique has one here, but it's not one of the battery powered ones. But I walked in her house and I'm like, oh my God, can I borrow that? I almost want to just if anything starts popping off like that in Boston, I definitely gotta get my hands on one of those because it is the ultimate tool for reversing basically their entire dispersal technique. Because I mean, as much as the rubber bullets and the concussion grenades are really dangerous, it doesn't push back the crowd the same as the gas. When you end up in a big gas cloud, it is really, really fucking hard to breathe. And for a lot of folks, I mean, or like early on, I definitely went into panic mode because you're thinking to yourself, okay, I'm gonna suffocate and fall over and die right here. And I'm not saying that's not outside the range of possibilities, but that's why the military and the police actually train by having them go in these clouds And for myself, I find the way to get through these gas clouds, if you end up in a big one, is not to hold your breath and not breathe at all, but just slow your breathing. You have to just be as calm as possible. And it's just very little breaths, and try to walk to a clear area. And usually you're pretty cool. I mean, because the thing is as much as the gas mask is it's all right. And by the way, thanks to Sophia for hooking me up with it. Even though I have a couple of World War II style ones that someone sent me, but it's not 100%. So unless you get like some high grade modern military style thing that the cops are wearing, the gas cloud still gets you.
Herb, pass me your plague mask. What about this? Are you watching on video right now?
No. What?
Oh, okay. No, I have a sweet. I have got a sweet mask in the studio. I was gonna show off, but.
Oh wait. Well, I can. Hold on. I just.
For those listeners at home,
it's mostly viewers on Facebook Live.
That's right.
Yes, I thought it might be a little vain to try to watch my phone call.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't breathe in this though.
That's the Scottish thing.
One of these?
Yeah, when they had the Black Plague in Scotland, that's the doctors invented these long masks with that snout.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. I've been there.
Oh, you're talking about
Scotland.
the plague
Actually,
doctor.
interestingly enough, if you're gonna I can't talk in this, but if you're gonna bring up
Cool.
Scotland is actually sanctioning the U.S. as no longer supplying non-lethal weapons. So they actually do manufacture some of the CS gas and some other tools that they're using over there, and they are no longer importing to the United States because of what's going on over there. So yeah,
Okay,
so that's a good win, right?
Yeah.
So now they just get to use expired stuff.
So it looks like
Mustard
the video's
gas.
moving now.
Oh yeah, sorry, it's a little delayed, but I wanted to see if you think this would hold up against tear gas, But...
Eating kimchi on a Alston bus.
Yeah, that's the real tear gas. Right
Watch
there.
out.
Wait, can you ask Herb to take off the trippy video for a second so I can actually see what you're doing?
It's okay.
Oh,
It's not important. It's just a delay. Don't worry about it.
Bam! How about down? There it is. Oh, we're a little behind, but we'll be fine.
Yeah. So you're talking about slowing your breathing. Are you finding any meditation techniques to be effective in the midst of the chaos of a protest?
Well, like I said, it's just monitoring your breathing. I didn't really. It's not like a Kama Sutra or anything. It's just be slow with your breath.
I know. Jarva over here has introduced me to what is it, Kundalini? Kundalini.
Nice.
Yeah. Are you noticing a change in your Kundalini?
That's hilarious.
Well, you'd have to tell me more about what that is. I mean,
Jarva, what is Kundalini?
Yoga.
Not to be confused with Kundalini. I know, I messed that up. I messed that up. Whatever. Anyways, it was a bad joke. Let's move forward. Move forward, please. Thank you.
What's Kundalini?
Herb was
It's not
referencing
possible,
Road
no.
Warrior.
Please, I don't even know what it is.
Referencing. Almost wants to say Kundalingus.
Yeah, that's what I was going for.
He didn't
but I
say
fucked
that.
it
He
up.
didn't say that.
I know I didn't. I know.
He didn't.
I know.
And
it would even if I said it, it wouldn't have made
you know
sense.
What?
All right.
We have a blueprint for Donald. Okay, I don't know if you've heard about Donalingus. If you haven't, but those that have will never forget. Those that know what Donalingus is and what it requires from participants, they can never forget. Okay, it's something special. It's something sacred. It's something that I hope to see in my lifetime. Do I know for sure what if I'm gonna see Donalingus to the peak of what it could be, what it should be? Do you want to know what it is? I shouldn't even be speaking about it.
Sounds very
It's
secret.
been half referenced floppily and incorrectly, and I could go into it. Wait, we could make it. I think it's more important. I think Detective Tony could go into it.
Yes.
I can't.
Yeah,
you know
no,
what? Actually, I'm talking to my lawyers are in my ear. I have an earbud in at all times. And it's connected to a vibrator that sits in the asses of everybody.
It's crazy that you should. It's crazy you should say that, Jarva, because at any time that I'm doing cunnilingus, I also
Anal
have
vibrator. Connected
no,
to
I
several
have
people around you?
I have an earbud in, so
that
my lawyers can tell me how to do it.
Right, exactly. I don't do anything without referencing my lawyers, especially in bed.
Of course.
The safe way to go, guys. Please be safe out there.
Lawyers are dirty. We all know that.
Never.
I mean, in this, with the Me Too movement, I mean, you can't be too safe. So, I mean, you really need every lick. You need to consult with your lawyer.
You need a lawyer present in the bedroom at all times, I think, is the safest.
100%. You got to be sending them the.
When and where and who is going to start the YouTube movement that starts attacking Bono where he should be attacked?
Oh,
and makes it
I am
strong,
so here for that.
Goes against, the sting.
I think Joey Gibson started that. It's called the Him Too movement. And they were doing a bunch of that in Portland like a year or two
Him
ago.
Too.
How about
him
two
too
isn't a word? How about that? How about
him
you
too
is you is a letter, and I don't care about you. How about that? How's that sound? How's that
him
feel?
Too is the alt-right.
You is a letter, and I don't care about you.
You mean like a sheep, a U, EWE.
You. I mean you. This is gonna
so
be my
new.
If I had to develop a gaslighting technique, I'm still unsure. It's like you can watch 18 videos. Am I right? And I feel that I've been heavily gaslighted in abusive relationships in my life, but at the same time, when I watch these YouTube tutorials about gaslighting, I'm like, I feel like I'm being gaslighted by this video. I'm still confused about what
there's tutorials
the
about...
more people explain
what's gaslighting
to me what gaslighting is, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is.
You can learn how to gaslight.
To develop my own unique strategy of gaslighting, and here's where it starts. You is just a letter, and I don't care about you.
Perfect.
I
like that.
Tell me, psychiatrist, write in. Tell me where it falls in the Venn diagram. Is it a gas? Is it a light? Is it the dark?
Liquid.
Is it what's the opposite of a gas? A liquid? Is that liquid dark? Wait, yeah. Okay, go on.
So it's actually a 1938 stage play that was adapted in 1944 about an abusive husband who basically tried to convince his new bride that she was crazy in order to get her wealth. So she had a huge inheritance, and basically he was trying to lawyer her out of her.
I think he's gaslighting us. I think that was gaslighting.
That
was gaslighting.
Yes. Yeah.
Nobody needed a saving here. Rod knows
he's a gaslighter, and I think he is.
Yeah, Rod is the one who needs saving. Rod is getting shot every day.
That's actually now the more... Okay, continue. Men, ladies, fellas.
As you were saying.
Go on. I'm listening.
There's not much more to it.
I'm internalizing everything. Go on.
That it was just an evil husband trying to use a wife that he didn't love in order to get her family's money. But it's been turned into a broader term, obviously, for...
by broad, do you mean dames? Do you mean fucking Herb over here? Stop calling him a woman.
Fuck you.
Just because he has a vagina, it's a small vagina. We would have got it removed if it wasn't so small and tight, but, some people like it. So we keep it there. Doesn't make him gay. Doesn't make him heterosexual, okay? He just keeps his small vagina.
Do we always have to talk about my vagina? How about the fact that I don't want to talk about my vagina?
You don't have to be a hermaphrodite. You don't have to be, you don't have to be Jamie Lynn Spears. You be whoever you want to be. But it's like, bring that movie in here, screen it, put a fucking mask on your dick, everybody. And you know what? Women, if you don't have a dick, fucking grow one, okay? All right, go on. I'm sorry, you were saying?
Well, yeah. What is the show
I
about
listen
again?
like text if there's a lull in a conversation with the guy that you're trying to get to convince to like you and shave and pluck out all your hairs and put on fucking paint yourself up and fucking push your tits up and convince some guy to like you, and there's a whole text protocol. And one of the things that you should say if you're courting a gaslighter is like, so you were saying, so you were saying.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
want
write
to
that
hear more
down.
about this.
So you were saying, Rod, what you were saying, so you were saying? Tell me more about XYZ. Tell me more about, so you were saying?
I was talking about the movie based on the stage play, and one of the things is that they go around checking the gas lights. They were lights at that time in 1938, and that's where the name comes from. But I want to hear about these YouTube tutorials. That's much more interesting.
Yeah, I didn't know there was YouTube tutorials about how to gaslight.
Wait.
So all right. So the husband, when he goes out of the house, he says he's going to check like the lights, the literal gas lights. But what he does is climb up a ladder around the back of the apartment building and goes in the attic and rattles around to make her think that the house is haunted. It's 1930s.
What?
Writing. No, you can't expect for it to make sense.
Several names are popping up in my mind. Rattling shit in the attic. I get it. Oh, I get it. I know it's not Jimmy Stewart starring in this film. I'm seeing it. PTSD in it.
Oh.
That's what she said, Rod, right? That's
Hey,
what
guys.
you were going to say. That's what she said? Stop calling Herb a woman. He's a
Guys.
proud woman.
Guys,
He's a proud lesbian
proud
We-
boy.
As long as he's not a
Guys.
proud boy.
hey guys,
He's a proud
we're out
boy.
of time.
We're out of time.
What
We're out of
about
time.
proud lesbian women?
But so
We're out of
him
time.
too is the Proud Boys' response to Me Too, and it's basically
Ooh.
some douchey thing for men.
You're
It's like a
basically,
men's
you
rights
know what I
group.
see you
That's
as
pretty cool.
is basically a promoter of the Proud Boys. It's like you don't have. It's like if you had a group that was called Proud Lesbian Women, I'd be like, okay, yeah, I know what Proud Lesbian Women stand for. I know what that group means. I know what they are. But it's like Proud Boys. Do they affect my day to day or anything? Or the Nazis in my life? No. But you know what? Who the biggest number one promoter of the Proud Boys is in my life, in my perspective? Rod Weber and everybody else that doesn't have a platform themselves and says my platform is going against, is obsessing over Nazis and acting like I hate them. It sounds like
feel
you're jerking
so
off into
called
their
out right
mouths
now.
when you
Anti-social
say,
conditioning.
Oh, I'm
Antifa
just
social
the enemy of
conditioning.
the enemy. It sounds
Rod-
like you're
Rod's our
fucking
bud.
like.
Well,
you ever
I-
see
You
like a
love this guy.
wild fucking buffalo
Yeah.
with a little bird that lives on its back? That's what you are. That's what it sounds like. That's what it looks like to me. Because I wish it was like, oh yeah, I believe in the proud lesbian women movement.
Well, I
But
mean, we
it's
do
like,
that
no,
too.
if I
We
can
believe in that
if
too.
I'm gonna cover you, it's like learn about the Proud Boys, talk about the Proud Boys. These people are the anti-Proud Boys based on the Proud Boys.
Well, that's how Antifa works too. Is it's anti-fascism. So
Well,
it's like
I think
it's a
we
rea-
should start
it's
a pro. How about somebody starts a pro fucking something?
Well, there's a lot
I'm
of
not going to
those.
be it.
There's a lo-
Anti-social
there's a
conditioning.
lot of those.
I'm saying
We
here,
support
you know,
those.
it's
That's how it
how about
works.
you start a pro fucking platform?
Yeah, that's what Black Lives Matter is.
How about pro-fa?
Pro
Pro fuck yourselves.
Pro-choice.
Literally, masturbate is great.
I love it. Anyways, guys,
Yeah,
we're
we
gonna
have
leave
to
on that
leave.
one.
It's the only way I come.
Thank you,
All
Jarva.
right, good to hear from you, Rod.
Rod, nice to hear from you.
Well, yes, that was
Something to think about.
inarticulate. I'm glad that I was a part of this historical conversation.
Love you,
All
brother.
right.
Safe
Have
travels,
fun.
man.
All right, yeah,
Yeah.
be safe out there. Protect your neck,
Hero.
protect your nuts.
Okay,
Jar.
I
I
will
just want to
do-
give a shout out to the Magic Lantern in Munson, Mass. That's where I'm working part-time. Magic Lantern, folks.
Sounds
Come
like
down
a
and
gaslight.
check it out. Come down and check it out.
Is it a gaslit magic lantern?
I don't know what that term means, nor do I want to know.
All right,
I
buddy. Have a good
certainly
night.
didn't have it
All right.
explained
Thank
to
you
You
for
me.
can light
everything.
any kind of oil.
Are we,
on
have we
fire.
wrapped? Or
Any
we
kind
done?
of oil. Put a wick in
We're
it,
all
it'll
done.
burn.
That's right. Like a
You
candle.
guys have a good
Take a
one.
bottle,
It's like
put
a
oil
cone.
in it. Put
We're
a
gonna
wick
be
in
saying
it, it'll
goodbye now.
burn.
We're going to light the
Bye.
ear cone now.
And then
This is sex ed with her.
we'll probably be back.
Segueing into it.
now starting
Leave the
sex
window
ed with
curls.
Herb.
When the crows drift down
Bye.